Hello moment friends! Andang here to talk about some recent news that came out of an interview with Massively Overpowered. In the interview, LOTRO's executive producer says that for LOTRO's Mordor Expansion, they're looking at adding the High Elf as a new playable race to LOTRO. So initially I thought that was kinda cool, they're looking at adding a new race to LOTRO. I thought that was nice. And then as I started to think about it, I realized that the category of elves already includes High Elves. High Elves in Middle-earth are maybe just a handful of people spread throughout Rivendell and Lothlorien and a couple other places, but most of them have already gone to the Grey Havens and, have already left Middle-earth essentially. And so this makes no sense why at this time period in Middle-earth's history, why they would be adding in the High Elf. Because, first of all, players had already been complaining about there being too many elves in the game to begin with, because there wouldn't be that many elves in general, and then now they're making an even more subset that literally there are probably less than 10 in all of Middle-earth, and yet they are adding them as a new playable race to LOTRO. And I know that some of you are saying, well, there aren't that many Beornings either. No, there aren't. But there also wasn't already a Beorning class, and then they didn't add in another subset Beorning class. This is actually just subdividing within the category that they already have, and some players may have even thought that the elf that they created was already a high elf and might have even been role-playing as that. And so this seems like a needless addition that will take extra developer time that is just not warranted. Why do we need high elves? If you think we do need high elves, be sure to let me know in the comments below. I really am curious to hear from you. While you're there in the comments, let me know what starter zone you think the High Elves will have. Also, let me know in the comments below what kind of other races that you might want to see instead of the High Elves. For me personally, I can't actually think of any other peoples of Middle-earth that would be fitting for the game at this point. I think that they've pretty much got everything covered and don't really need to be adding in High Elves or any other subdivision. But let's say that they were going to be adding in subdivision, as it seems that they are wanting to do, then the Wood Elves would actually make way more sense than the High Elves. There are far more of them, and it would take us to a place of Middle-earth that we haven't really been able to explore. We've not been able to go to that part of Mirkwood. I think it would be pretty cool to have a plot line there. There are several other different opportunities, such as Dunedain or something like that, although the Beorning does kind of already cover the second round of subdivision for the race of man, so maybe they don't want to go in that direction, which I can understand. But it just seems that they are looking into be adding in the High Elves just so that they can say that they're adding in another race into LOTRO, which I don't think is something we need in the game at this point. I don't think we need that extra feature plopped on as, a perk to the Mordor expansion. I think they have plenty to worry about with Mordor, and they should just focus on making it be as awesome as they can, and not worry about fitting the mold of features that is typical for an MMO. We don't have to abide by those, especially in the world of Middle-earth. I feel like that if they had maybe created the races differently from the start to where there was this subdivision already, then High Elves would make sense and they could have Wood Elves and all the different other types of elves throughout Middle-earth. But that's not how the game was set up to begin with, and so I don't see why they think they need this subdivision now when some role players already are thinking that they're playing High Elves to begin with. So once again, let me know in the comments below what you think of this news, if you actually want High Elves to be added to the game, if you don't, if you want a different race to be added to the game, let me know in the comments below. And as always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you again real soon for more content.
And Elrond of Rivendell, sensing a threat, has sent his sons Elrohir and Elladan along with a company of elves to investigate.